Airlines, Anthony Hilton, and Christopher Denny. For SMEs, funding partnerships, and global market entry. June 25 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Realign with your destiny. Register now at entropartners.com/re-align.
The 40th JTA Sagicor National Athletics Championships, June 20 and 21. The time is
7 o'clock.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, PEP results are out. Poker box scam in St. James. 10,000 to benefit from youth employment program. In traditional flavors, lip-smacking tastes. And in sports, Jamaica to face Guadeloupe in Gold Cup. Hello from Kingston, Jamaica. This is CVM News at 7. It's Friday, June 20, 2025. I am Curlin Brown. Well, the results of the Grade 6 Primary Exit Profile PEP examination were released earlier today to both schools and parents. And the scores have reportedly improved within the past year, an achievement which Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon believes should be commended. Kevin Black reports.
In an attempt to replace the Grade 6 Achievement Test, GSAT, the Primary Exit Profile, PEP, emerged as the premier method of measuring a student's readiness for secondary school and to aid in placement. The results of this year's sitting was unveiled to the public earlier today. Speaking at the 2025 PEP press conference in Kingston on June 20th, Minister of Education Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon notes there has been a significant improvement in the Grade 6 results in comparison to last year's sitting. The favorable performance by the student populace has left academic staff and parents alike feeling a strong sense of accomplishment.
Good news this morning. The good news is that the results are better than they were last year. The students did significantly, they did better than last year, and that is something that we always want to celebrate. And as a ministry, we are working to improve the results each year.
Suzette Barnes-Wilson says that she's excited to see what the future holds for her Grade 6 students. Principal of Falmouth All-Age School, Kirk Spencer, has also emphasized that students this year are reaping the rewards of their respective efforts towards the examination.
We are excited and we are happy to know that our boys and girls did very well, and they are transitioning some top performing schools, high schools in this region, and we are happy. Very well. They did very well, and we must allude to the fact that even the ability test, we have some of our children, many of them, they would have gotten over 70 to 99. They have done very well.
Principal of Falmouth All-Age School, Kirk Spencer, has also emphasized that students this year are reaping the rewards of their respective efforts towards the examination.
The parents, they were extremely happy. I have not seen a parent who came in who were upset or unhappy with regards to the choice or where the students went off.
Minister Dixon says that the vast majority of students registered across 964 institutions were placed in one of their choices. She mentioned that mathematics yielded a 56% proficiency rate.
In grade 4, only 27% of our students were at the proficient level in mathematics. But when they did PEP by grade 6 with all of the interventions, 56% of them were at the proficient level. And then 7% were at the highly proficient level.
Minister Dixon is encouraging schools and parents to continue to work on our nation's students in order to reach the national minimum proficiency target of 85% by the year 2030. Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
Wonderful.
And still in education, concerns are mounting at a primary school in Clarendon, where the Parent Teachers Association is raising alarm over the conduct of the school's board chairman. As our reporter Akeem Orit now tells us, the issues range from resource shortages to administrative delays.
Frustration at Treadlight Primary School in Clarendon. Members of the Parent Teachers Association, PTA, say their concerns are being blanked by the school's board chairman. The vice president of the PTA shared that the school is in urgent need of basic resources to function effectively.
We need resources and stuff like that. We cannot get anything. We cannot get anything, and then this affects. So they have to be asking parents for contribution to print papers, to get this, to get that, because what? The resources are not here to facilitate what the children need.
But it's not just the lack of supplies. He also says there's a serious issue with getting staff paid on time, pointing fingers at delays in signing key documents.
Even the workers, when they are to be paid off, because the checks and all of that should be signed, sometimes you should give them a warm time. A warm time, and documents are just there sitting down, piling up, and nothing is being signed.
The acting principal, Casman Hales Chambers, agrees that the situation is a major challenge that hinders the operations of the learning institution.
This is a great challenge that we are having here at Treadlight Primary School, where the chairman is not giving her full support to the school, and that impacts me personally as the principal, and also the effective running and operation of the school.
Still, she commends her team for their dedication in tough conditions.
If I did not have the full support of the teachers, then as the principal, then I would not be effective. And so I must big up my teachers, my staff, my ancillary staff as well.
The PTA has called on the Ministry of Education to intervene, but are still awaiting answers. Akeem Orit, CVM News.
The St. James Police are warning of a new scam which is affecting businesses that operate poker boxes. Adrian Williams tells us more.
A new scam has emerged, this time plaguing poker box operators at bars and clubs. Commanding Officer for the St. James Division, Senior Superintendent Aaron Samuels, explains this newly identified method of soliciting funds.
These group of persons, how they operate, they'll come to your establishment, get a copy of your logo, they then go back, recreate your logo, and then create fake tickets. They then come to the establishment, posing as normal customers, and then they try and cash in these tickets and then steal money.
But the sophistication does not stop there.
What we're looking at here is it's a Bluetooth printer. This printer is used to recreate these tickets. All of these tickets that you are seeing here are actually a reprint from the memory of this printer. For the last 3 months. We are seeing establishments from Westmoreland, Kingston, Spanish Town, Portmore, St. James, as also Hanover.
SSP Samuels says this is a major breakthrough, though there seems to be more of these occurrences happening across the island.
Really a major breakthrough. I believe this has been happening for some time, and if you look on the costing on some of these tickets, if you have tickets with $65,000 and you print 10 of those per day, that's $650,000. You can easily pull $2 million plus, in excess of $2 million dollars every day, by just not making even any great effort doing this scam. So it is worthy that persons pay attention to what's happening around them whilst you operate these businesses.
The tickets printed highlighted that the scam was also affecting the parishes of Hanover, Westmoreland and Kingston. Adrian Williams for CVM News.
And we'll have more CVM News at 7 right after this.
At Flow, we understand your rhythm. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you. with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do. And our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
It's just joy and niceness whenever we get together. And that smile on your face is something to treasure. Yes, in life's ups and downs, you've always been here beside me. And the good times only get better. Loving you has been my pleasure.
Thank you for 50 years of good smiles. We're celebrating 50 years of wonderful times. Thank you for 50 years, what a life.
Love is a big deal and we know it. Don't gotta tell the world cause we show it.
So no matter where you go, all you need to do is take a little piece of me with you. Grateful that in these special moments I'm the one that you always chosen.
50 years of dreams, 50 years of finger licking good memories.
Thank you, Jamaica, for 50 years of finger licking good memories.
Come rise with sunrise. It's time for a new adventure with Miss Kitty and Dennis. We begin with Money Masterclass. Carlton answers your burning questions. Then we're zipping to zest up our summer with Grace. The Sagicor team are stepping into our studios and we'll wrap your Monday with some style. We're talking the L'Oreal Redken Intensive Color Workshop. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this.
Saga have gone to get Christmas.
Yes. Nina and John is in critical condition. We cannot wait any longer. They should come immediately.
Why won't you do the test? Tell me, Kashish, why won't you do it?
Because I'm not pregnant, Ganga. I cannot allow a liar like you to live in my house. Get out of here right now.
The Chaturvedis will never be able to guess who is behind all of this. And hats off to you, Yash.
Yash? Get in the car, then our driver is going to take you straight to your daughter.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Welcome back. Now, with Jamaica experiencing a significant drop in serious crimes and poverty, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says Jamaicans once considered those issues ungovernable.
Country is firmly on the path to peace. Another thing that a lot of people never thought would happen is the cut in the poverty rate. Poverty is at its lowest ever. Lowest. Since we start to measure poverty, poverty is at 8%, more from 16%. So I'm a pro-laborer because all the things that we thought would never happen are happening.
The Joint Select Committee reviewing the Tobacco Control Act of 2025 reconvened, continuing its clause-by-clause analysis of the draft report. The session, chaired by Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, focused heavily on graduated fines and particularly for violations involving the exposure of children to tobacco products.
The Joint Select Committee on the Tobacco Control Act of 2020 reaffirmed its commitment to aligning the legislation with the World Health Organization WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control (FCTC), which Jamaica ratified over 18 years ago. Among the most debated provisions were tiered sanctions for individuals and corporate entities who breach the law. These include fixed penalties for first-time offenders and escalating fines for repeat violations.
The fifth schedule includes graduated penalties as recommended, which starts from a low of 500,000, 700,000 for a second offense, and a fine of 1,500,000 for subsequent offenses. And that is stipulated throughout in the fifth schedule.
Health and Wellness Minister and Chairman of the committee, Dr. Christopher Tufton, emphasized that the law must send a clear message. Protecting children from the harmful effects of tobacco is non-negotiable. He's moving with alacrity to get the report to the Parliament on the suggestions of the committee.
I would really want to encourage that to happen because I'm trying to beat the political cycle. How is that? Can I be clear? Can I be as blunt as that? I don't want Parliament to go off and then this thing is incomplete. I think we need to move it along at least to get it on the floor of Parliament for debate.
In the previous sitting on June 5, the committee reviewed advertising restrictions and the inclusion of electronic nicotine delivery systems such as e-cigarettes under the Act. Lawmakers agreed that the legislation must reflect modern tobacco use trends and close regulatory gaps. The committee agrees that this is not just about banning smoking in public. It's about protecting the next generation from addiction and disease.
The second schedule includes as places where smoking or holding lit or electronic tobacco product or relevant product is prohibited. These are 1, health facilities, including pharmacies, sport, athletic, and recreational facilities for the use of the public, educational institutions, bus stops, areas designated for use by children.
Also on June 5, members agreed that they must ensure the penalties are strong enough to deter but fair enough to enforce. The committee is expected to finalize its report in the coming weeks, paving the way for full parliamentary debate. If passed, the updated act will mark a major milestone in Jamaica's public health policy. Angela Melville, CVM News.
Member of Parliament aspirant for St. Andrew East Central and Chairman of Jack Dem Farmer and Medical Services, Dennis Gordon, has pledged to offer affordable health services to his constituents. He promises to equip his facility with specialist Cuban doctors who are trained to provide services like oncology and cardiology. He was speaking at the St. Andrew East Rural Constituency Conference for the People's National Party.
Affordable health care is what this Member of Parliament aspirant promises to deliver. People's National Party contender and chairman for Jack Den Pharma and Medical Services, Dennis Gordon, says East Central St. Andrew constituents will only be required to pay 40% of the facility's prescription cost.
Jack Den Pharmacy is open and ready for business. Comrades, bring your prescription, right? I am putting 60% of the cost of your prescription and ask you to pay 40%. I go a little further. If I know that you cannot afford the 40%, you will not walk away without your prescription.
Gordon has made public his loyalty to Cuban healthcare professionals. Soon, the facility will be staffed with Cuban doctors providing specialist services.
I stand with the Cubans because they have always stood with us. And so, whatever geopolitical challenge there is, I'm saying tonight publicly that whatever it costs, I am going to keep them here.
He says community members will have access to free checkups starting late June.
I promised an ambulance service second to none. It is actually an A&E on wheels. That ambulance is here. Those persons, as early as next week, will be coming to the community to give service to those persons who are unable to find health care at a hospital or at a medical center. Those Cubans are going to provide the service for $0.
Gordon maintains he is committed to service, assuring constituents his initiative is not profit-driven. Daniela McLaughlin, CVM News.
Still more to come. Do stay with us.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace and Singer.
Stop! Shop and roll a RAV4. New thing, new car, life changing. Stop! Shop and roll a RAV4.
Stop, shop and roll out in a brand new 2025 Toyota RAV4 from Quartz & Quartz Optical today. Spend $120,000 at Quartz or $80,000 at Quartz Optical and you get an entry to win. Shop on credit and get triple entries for a greater chance to win. Plus there's monthly prices of a TCL 98-inch TV and $100,000 in supermarket gift certificates to be won. Promotion ends July 20. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Get ready for a powerful night of worship. Jesus All the Way, a fundraising worship encounter presented by the Jamaica 7-Day Baptist Conference of Churches on Sunday, June 29, Randy Williams Entertainment Center, featuring Kevin Downswell, Rhoda Isabella, Alicia Taylor, Kevin Heath, Nadine Blair, and Perpetual Sounds of Praise. Gates open at 4 p.m. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets available at sproopen.com. Jesus All the Way, a worship encounter with a purpose. Sunday, June 29, Randy Williams Entertainment Center, powered by Stuart Soto, Love FM, Mellow FM, Gospel JA, and CVM TV.
As we welcome you back, we also welcome Ronaldo Adams, who's here to tell us what's coming up in sports. Hey, Ronaldo.
Good evening, Curlin, and good evening, viewers. So, we begin on a sad note. Jamaica's Reggae Boys, they're again down by 1-0 in the CONCACAF Gold Cup, this time to Guadeloupe. A quick reminder that we lost our first game of the group stages, 1-0 to Guatemala on Monday. Still a lot more football to be played, so hopefully they'll turn that around for the Jamaican fans. On a more positive note, Jordan Scott was a winner today in the Paris Diamond League meet. And of course, we'll have much more in sports.
Okay, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for the Reggae Boys. All right, on those hot summer days, right? Nothing cools you down quicker than a cone, but some persons just cannot indulge in the frozen treat. So what if I told you more places are offering Jamaican flavors in ice cream, milk-free, and at the location I'm talking about, you will have more natural products. The opening sign says, "Welcome to Have More."
It's something like we just eat and take all our money.
Yes, keep having more.
How much is the spending? I can bet everything just totally expensive in here.
It's not. It's affordable, especially because it's on the healthier options. So we have the Baby Love Twist non-dairy ice cream. We chose that option for several reasons. As you know, when we get a little older, our stomach can't necessarily maintain and deal with the heaviness of the cream. And we have some exotic flavors. So we have jackfruit, rum and raisin, we have coconut, we also have soursop. So it wouldn't have been the best choice for us to add the dairy to these flavors. It would have somewhat taken away from the exotic taste. So have more.
More comfort food, stamped with the authority of the business owner Hyacinth McDonald, Miss Mac, whose dream to serve her self-made products mixed with those of other Jamaican entrepreneurs awakens the taste buds.
The brand Hymac Foods, this is sweet orange marmalade. We have the escovitch herring dip that you have with the crackers, or I think some people would have it with bread, but I love it with crackers. And we have pepper jelly. I add pepper jelly to everything. I add pepper jelly to my tuna sandwiches, to my turkey ham sandwiches. It does enhance the flavor a bit. And when you're cooking, you can tip a little in your barbecue sauce. It does make a difference.
So wherever we see what's the brand again?
The Hymac Foods. And here is the guava preserve.
What is that now?
So this is for your tabletop. If you're serving toast or any little breads and buns, you can add a bit to it, and it does give a little razzle-dazzle, a nice taste to it.
All Jamaican?
All Jamaican made.
No, I'm not going to play cricket. This is actually part of the Hymac Jamaica brand. The owner, listener man, this is solid, and of course they've made us a smoothie, so I can't wait to see and taste the smoothie. Of course, the smoothie is a protein shake. It has in the granola, peanuts, oats, banana, cinnamon, sour protein, all those ingredients. That looks yum, yum, yum.
There's a gym on property, so for those people, we do cater to them with your protein shake. We have immune boosters, good for everyone. We have cleansers because we're in that era of self-care, taking care of ourselves. And we have the fruit medley and other delicious flavors as well. So we're catering to everyone.
Next time, what's inside Hymac's glass case? Here's a tease. You'll definitely have more traditional flavors at 8 Hillcrest Avenue in Kingston.
It's a good time to check out what's on social media.
One stop. Let's see what's trending online today. The Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, has introduced 63 new compressed natural gas buses, expanding service on 14 major routes in the corporate area. Here are some of your reactions. At Thompson Kareen writes, fix the roads so that your tires can last longer. At River Logs posts, the efficient use of buses and a strict bus schedule would do a much better job than bringing in additional buses. At Zara Francis 65 shares, me used to grow a beard in at the bus stop. Now I might actually reach on time. At Byron Powell suggests, build an app that tracks the bus with accurate ETA and them something there, so me know when me left out of my yard. At Keenan A says, adding to the traffic without expanding existing road infrastructure. At Soulchild Davis comments, love this, but commuters need access to the bus schedule so persons don't have to be waiting hours for a bus because they don't know the bus schedule. And that's what's trending online today. Continue to share your thoughts with us on X at CVM TV and CVM_television on Instagram and Facebook. I'm Michael Paul Dixon.
Where you are, we'll be right back.
you did for fun?
Running. I love running. From I was a little girl, I remember that everything I do, I would run. And as a result, my mom made me the child of choice to be sent to the supermarket. Was it Rio or was it Beijing World Championship? I ran it off my lane. I didn't hit anybody, so I got the finals. I ran my art out and I got bronze. I make sure that the last thing I do on the track is pray. Always put the race in God's hand. And by doing that, whatever the result is, I can be at peace.
10 jumping jacks.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. You better work. 5, 6.
The crispy barbecue zinger from KFC. Available for a limited time. KFC, it's finger licking good.
The time by KFC is...
It's just joy and niceness whenever we get together. And that smile on your face is something to treasure. Yes, in life's ups and downs, you've always been here beside me. And the good times only get better. Loving you has been my pleasure.
Thank you for 50 years of good smiles. We're celebrating 50 years of wonderful times. Thank you for 50 years, what a life.
Love is a big deal and we know it. Don't gotta tell the world cause we show it.
So no matter where you go, all you need to do is take a little piece of me with you. Grateful that in these special moments I'm the one that you always chosen.
50 years of dreams. 50 years of finger licking good memories.
Thank you, Jamaica, for 50 years of finger licking good memories.
Truth is, HIV affects everyone. Truth is, avoiding care leads to a weaker immune system. That means you could get really sick. The truth is, the hardest pill to swallow isn't the medication. It's the problems that follow when you don't take them. Let's get through this together. Remain in care. You can live life to the fullest with HIV. And that's the truth. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Time now for a look at what's happening overseas in regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. In Trinidad and Tobago, Labor Day celebrations in various parts of the country assess the current state of the economy as well as the way forward. That report from TTT News.
Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar recognized the struggles of laborers in her Labor Day message. She noted the hardships of the past decade, citing economic mismanagement, rising costs of living, and policies that too often ignored the real concerns of working families. The Prime Minister assured that work is being done, stating, "My government has inherited deep and serious challenges, but I want you to know that we are not turning a blind eye. We are working tirelessly and urgently to fix what was broken." She urged for patience from citizens and the labor movement as the government works on laying groundwork for a fairer, more resilient economy. President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Christine Kangaloo, in her message, highlighted the growth of artificial intelligence. She said, on the one hand, AI has the potential to boost productivity, improve workplace safety, reduce human error, and create entirely new sectors of employment. However, the president says concerns that AI presents, including fears of job displacement and growing concerns around ethics and data privacy, have also been acknowledged and proactively addressed.
The government is to begin laying the groundwork for the manufacturing of stem cells in Antigua and Barbuda. This would represent further engagement with the emerging medical technology, as the country is now engaged in research and treatment. More from ABS TV.
Cabinet has decided to begin the process, which will lead to stem cells being manufactured in Antigua and Barbuda. The focus will be on umbilical cord blood stem cells. Attorney General the Honorable Sir Roy Benjamin has been given the responsibility of ensuring appropriate legislation is drafted to support the emergence of this activity. Director General of Communications in the Prime Minister's Office, Maurice Merchant, gives details.
The Cabinet has decided that the most ethical means will be the use of the umbilical cord and, of course, setting the standards for persons. It's persons' choice to choose this therapy, and that is why the Honorable Attorney General will be putting in place the legal framework to ensure that the government is indemnified.
Merchant says although the decision has been made to pursue this medical advancement, it is still in the embryonic stage.
And in international news, Hurricane Eric claimed at least 2 lives in southern Mexico, causing severe damage to coastal areas before weakening into a low-pressure system. We hear more from Reuters. We hear more from France 24.
A trail of debris where businesses and houses stood hours earlier. Residents of this village in Mexico's Oaxaca state assess the aftermath of Hurricane Eric and begin cleanup operations under heavy rainfall.
We had never seen anything like this before. It was supernatural. The whole town has been homeless, without clothes. We have no help.
Across Oaxaca and neighboring Guerrero state, similar scenes of fallen trees, residents wading through flooded streets and downed power lines being restored.
Some businesses had roofs made of branches that were blown away, and the palm thatched structures collapsed. Some items are broken.
Hurricane Eric slammed into southern Mexico's coastline on Thursday as a powerful Category 3 storm, but weakened as it moved inland.
And that's it for regional and international news.
Ronaldo Adams is standing by with your sports package.
Come rise with sunrise. It's time for a new adventure with Miss Kitty and Dennis. We begin with Money Masterclass. Carlton answers your burning questions. Then we're zipping to zest up our summer with Grace. The Sagicor team are stepping into our studios, and we'll wrap your Monday with some style. We're talking the L'Oreal Redken Intensive Color Workshop. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this.
The future belongs to the bold, to those ready to realign with purpose and prosperity. Realign 2025 connects Africa and the Caribbean, where innovation meets investment. Featuring Senator the Honorable Audrey Marks, Nigerian Ambassador Janet Olisa, David Mullings, Anthony Hilton, and Christopher Denny. For SMEs, funding partnerships, and global market entry. June 25 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Realign with your destiny. Register now at entropartners.com/re-align.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Good evening and welcome to Sports. I am Ronaldo Adams. At Sports Time, Jamaica's Reggae Boys are leading Guadeloupe 2-1 in their CONCACAF Gold Cup tie at PayPal Park